Namaste Dosto! Welcome to Desified Dish. My name is Reiko. This is the generic intro for some of my pre-YouTube videos, so take it away, past Reiko. So listen, last December I decided to take one of my favorite chai pairings, that being ginger cookies, and rather than buying them from the shop, I decided to make them myself. So to tell you a little bit more about how that went, I'd like to bring in an expert, if I may. Past Reiko, please take it away.
The texture is perfect in this cookie. In terms of flavor, I don't think it's quite there. The molasses has created a little bit of a strong flavor, so what I might actually do next time is maybe change it to golden syrup or treacle instead of the molasses, bit of a lighter sort of flavor. And I also might down the salt a little. It's not quite as sweet as I like, and I think that's probably because there's maybe a little bit too much salt. I didn't add much, but apparently it was still too much.
Thank you, Past Reiko. That was most illuminating. So I thought I'm going to give this recipe another go. I'm going to tweak the ingredients a little bit. So let's bake some cookies together. This is Ginger Cookies Revisited. Okay, so to start with, I'm going to take a large bowl and my sifter and measure out 2 cups of all-purpose, or if you please, white flour. Also to my sifter, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of ground ginger powder, our rising ingredient, 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, and lastly, half a teaspoon of ground cardamom. And now we're just going to sift it into the bowl. It might work better if you take the cover off, Reiko. Ah yes, very sifty. Lastly, I'm just going to add some salt. This will enhance the flavor. Just a pinch, 1/8 of a teaspoon. Now I'm going to take a whisk and just make sure that everything is well and truly combined for our dry ingredient. Let's get that out of the way. And now onto the wet stuff. So I've got 113 grams here of unsalted butter, which has been lightly softened in the microwave. To this, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of light brown sugar and 1/4 of a cup of golden syrup. Now I'm going to use my spatula to cream the butter and the sugar. By the time I'm done, it should have a nice airy texture and light in color. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Lastly, for the wet ingredients, I'm going to add 1 egg and mix thoroughly. And now I'm going to combine the dry and the wet together to form the ultimate dough. Start by mixing it slowly. You can speed up once it gets a little more combined. You don't want to get flour everywhere. So there wouldn't be much of a ginger cookie without a second type of ginger, so I'm using about 6 centimeters of fresh ginger, firstly just peeling off the skin. Next I'm going to take out my microplane and, well, microplane the ginger. Better get all those juicy bits underneath. And now to give it one last good mixing to make sure that ginger is well and truly distributed in our cookie dough. And with that, the cookie dough is ready. Look at that beautiful consistency. Now I'm going to take a small plate and add a layering of raw sugar. We're going to coat the outside of our dough balls, as this is going to give it a nice crispy outside and keep the inside nice and soft. Now I'm going to prep my baking tray. So I've got 2 large ones, which are 32 by 44 centimeters, and I'm just going to line them with baking paper. Now I'm going to take my cookie scoop and scoop out a cookie's worth of dough and drop it in the raw sugar and move it around to make sure that it's evenly coated. Alright, that's our first dough ball down on the tray and about 37 more to go. Do make sure you leave about 5 centimeters of space between each dough ball because they will spread out as they cook and they don't play well with others. Usually when I get up to the second tray is when I preheat my oven, so I'm putting this on fan force to 160 degrees Celsius. And then through the magic of editing, the last dough ball. Please go and join your friends, at arm's length of course. Let's take a flyover and then it's into the oven with you. So in they go. They're only going to be in there for 9 minutes. It's important not to overbake them because we want them to stay nice and soft and moist in the middle. Sit back and enjoy the time lapse. And yes, I'm aware my oven door really needs a clean. Alright, Right, it's now time to get them out. So I'm just going to pull out the trays and stick them on my hot plates. We're going to leave them to rest for 5 minutes. And please, resist trying to eat them right now because they'll still be super soft. Ta-da! 5 minutes later, let's do a little bit of an inspection. Yep, that's definitely a cookie. So I'm going to transfer them to a wire rack to finish cooling. Now that they've cooled down, I'm going to refill my cookie jar. And these guys are ready to serve with a mug of chai. Okay, almost done, and oh no, it's got a hold on me. I don't think I can resist. Delicious. And they all made it home, all 37, 36 cookies.
Alright, we are back. I finally got around to presenting these cookies. So here they are. Ginger cookies revisited, or generation 2 if you like. You saw the changes. I reckon it's come out with a much better flavor. But yeah, don't trust my word. Let's actually have a try. So I've also made a mug of orange chai, so one of my own little recipes. Again, if anyone's interested in finding out recipes for some of the chai that I make, let me know in the comments and I'll make those videos happen. Anyway, it has that same beautiful soft texture as last time. So let's go ahead and give it a try, shall we? So I'm going to dip it in my chai. It's what these cookies were designed for, in a sense. Oh yeah, that hits the spot. You get that lovely, delicate flavor from the brown sugar, and then that sort of ginger hit at the end. And it's quite sweet too, which obviously I like. So yeah, this one definitely worked out.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, and if you want to see what dishes I get up to next time, please subscribe. Bye for now.